Students in these institutions of higher learning have become easy targets of criminals, leaving them with harrowing experiences of life at campuses. In this special feature, Trevor Ngenda highlights the rising cases of insecurity in Kenyan universities, the long way to justice for victims, and a call to action by the relevant authorities.
James Omolo was headed to his residence on this other side when he met his untimely death. The proximity of this location to the police station has made little to no difference at all as crime continues to thrive in this area. It was his family's hope that by the time he's buried, that justice would have been served and that the perpetrators would have been brought to book. But weeks after his death, still no justice has been delivered. Ordinarily, on a Sunday afternoon, you'd hardly see such a number of people moving from one place to the other. But with just a day and a few hours left to the polls on Tuesday. A very good evening to you, Tom, in studio. Well, we are coming to you live from the Kasarani Constituency Tallying Center here. We've been pitching tent here for the last 4 nights, and today will be the 5th one. This may be just one of the numerous of such cases of Kenyans who end up getting stranded in the Gulf under the cruel hands of their employers. Despite living in the world of silence for 23 years now, that has not silenced his ambitions. This is a story of resilience and hope, with Simon Njoroge hoping to not only inspire other differently abled people, but to also challenge the youth to never give up on their dreams, regardless of their current situation. The presence of these slums here telling a story of a village hard hit by abject poverty, with its major casualties being the elderly. Over 200 vulnerable elderly women living here decry neglect, not only by their families, but also the government. Neglect that has subjected their not so golden years into misery in the poverty-ridden, sprawling slums of Kendutu.
Thousands of starving parents from drought-hit areas in Kajiado County are sneaking into nearby schools for free lunch.
The true meaning of the idiomatic saying, "a dying man will clutch at a straw," is vividly revealed here at Il Bisil Boarding Primary School in Kajiado Central. This dry and dusty ground tells a story of a region hard hit by drought. One after the other, the elderly line up alongside pupils for free lunch. 5 deaths, all in Africa, and more than 16,000 cases of monkeypox have been reported across more than 75 countries this year. The number of confirmed infections rose to 77% from late June through early July, according to WHO data. Europe is currently the global epicenter of the outbreak. The Christmas season is here yet again, and unlike the previous 2 years when the country was battling the COVID-19 pandemic, things are a little bit different this time around, as major bus terminal in the city witnessed a major influx of travelers. Taxpayers may be obligated to pay them for the remaining period if the IPPs decide to go to court and the court rules in their favor. This therefore makes renegotiating the available power purchase agreements a key yet delicate viable option, as intensified scrutiny on the independent power producers continues to be a daunting task.
And on day 3 of the ongoing UN Second Assembly, Trevor Ngenda had the opportunity to speak with the innovators of the plastic house and share more on this unique construction approach. Take a look.
Othello. It all started with a vision of using one global problem to solve another global problem. And that is what we're trying to do, use the billions tons of plastic waste throughout the world to battle the housing deficiency of the world.
Othello, the team behind this plastic house, says their idea was stemmed from the urgent need to provide sustainable housing solutions, and by using 100% of plastic, they aim to reduce the environmental impact while also providing affordable and durable housing options.
Trevor Ngenda for Lunchtime News
at the UN headquarters, Nairobi. The world of electric mobility has been abuzz with all sorts of innovations as manufacturers try to come up with solutions that could address the global challenge of carbon emissions. And from this algae-infested water into this clean, drinkable water. If this innovation finds itself into residential places, then it could revolutionize access to clean water while also combating the impacts of climate change. If the global presence brought about by the Africa Climate Summit Week is anything to go by, then Kenya's trajectory promises to be one of growth and economic boom, as visitors from all across the globe flock various destinations to experience the magical wonders of Kenya. The city's rapid population growth has outpaced the existing infrastructure necessary for water and sanitation, leading to mounting challenges when it comes to water and sewerage services provision. This project is part of expansion efforts to modernize in order to meet the growing demand. These creations are nothing short of impressive, and through the knowledge that the students have gained here on the principles of mechanical engineering, electronics and coding, the students can now move from making simple line-following robots to even more complex humanoid prototypes. It is a power blackout that began 33 minutes past 7 p.m. on Sunday, plunging most parts of the country into total darkness, including East Africa region's biggest airport, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. We are currently at the generator station M. What happened here on Friday night?
The generator, which was supposed to back up, misfired.
In Kenya, data shows that electronic waste is the fastest growing waste component, with an estimated 51,300 metric tons being generated annually. So how can we leverage technology and creativity among the youth to address this most pressing environmental concern? However, the road to regaining public trust is steep, and the spotlight firmly remains on whether these changes will translate into real results on the ground. This year's Nairobi International Trade Fair is living to its reputation. The show continues tomorrow with the official opening by the head of state. This new Kipevu oil terminal has a capacity of 4,500 cubic meters per hour. This means it can offload in under just 30 hours, an improvement from the initial 1,600 cubic meters per hour that would take up to 4 days. The signing is a culmination of months of negotiations, and the leaders here maintain that this is not just a signature on a piece of paper, but a commitment to open up new job opportunities for Kenyans and doors for new markets in the country. Trevor Ngendo for Prime Edition at State House, Nairobi. The collaboration between the two media giants is part of a broader effort by the Kenyan government to strengthen bilateral partnerships with China, particularly in the media sector. While Africa attracts millions of international tourists, intra-African tourism remains largely underdeveloped. A key challenge is the lack of harmonized visa policies across African nations. Many countries still require visas for fellow Africans, and the tedious, costly application processes have hindered the continent from realizing its full tourism potential. What do you think about Kenya?
It's a very beautiful country.
It's about time to think beyond its limitations. Even though some jobs could be replaced by AI, it's obvious that its development will definitely create new job opportunities that did not previously exist. So this is the future, and the future is now. Welcome to the future. Trevor Ngendo for KBC Channel 1, Nairobi.